and welcome to Little Root Town, as we are starting off our brand new playthrough of Alpha Sapphire, but this time a little bit different, but a little bit more on the randomized side. So, started off, we got kicked out of the van, set our clock, now we got told, let's go over, meet May. We barge ourselves in, run upstairs, and say hello. After a quick introduction, we say hello, and then we walk ourselves out of her house. We make our way around the town, have a bit of a look, see what's changed since the Game Boy Advance, and proceed to see if we can find Professor Birch. Don't believe he's in the Pokélab this time, but as we make our way out the town, we get stopped. As you can see, he's getting chased by a rather weak Poochyena. What do we have to do? Well, grab a Pokeball. And our starters are 3 dragons. Yucatini, Palkia, and Zekrom. I would like to introduce you to Zekrom, who we will be calling Travola. Was kind of going for a Travolta, forgot that you needed a T in there, but we're going to stick with it. I think it's going to be quite an asset to the team with the region filled with water. After saving Professor Birch, it allowed us to rename Zekrom to Travola, we make our way up through the region. Go find May. Run to the next town. The clerk says, hey, this is a Pokemon. That's the blue building. The red one, Pokemon Center. Heal your Pokemon. Basic stuff, especially been playing for a few years. So, after we healed up Travola, we decided to head north. Let's find May. Make our way through the route and have a chat to her. Fingers crossed. It's going to be a nice chat, because don't need anything too ridiculous. We find her after looking over an area that looks very familiar. We have a chat. She goes, Pokemon you can find here are X, Y, Z, and doesn't tell us what ones. So, she decides, you know what, you're a trainer, I'm a trainer, but let's have a battle. You think she'd have something? Trico, Torchic, Mudkip? No. She decides to pull out Deoxys. Because why not? Not really an issue for Travola, as this thing is busted. And just like that, didn't even stand a chance. May has been defeated. She gave us money. Can't complain about that. After defeating May, we decide, you know what, let's go speak to Professor Birch. We go and see him, he decides, you know what, my boy, you've been a great asset, you know how to use Pokemon. His Pokedex record everything. After that, we receive the Pokedex, May gives us some Pokeballs, so now the Nuzlock can officially start. We go on our way, catch many Pokemon, collect all the badges, defeat the evil teams. But now, we're on our way. As we're trying to leave, our mum stops us. She's just given us the farewell talk. My son is leaving. Will he be back? We don't know. We're setting him off with wild animals. But, best of luck. Don't leave the light on, Mother. I may be back, I may not. After that, as we try and leave again, May stops us. She's going to offer us up just some useful information. She upgrades the Pokénav to the Dex Nav, and allows us to scan and get special Pokemon with special moves and things like that. But basically, it gives us everything we need to go out and catch our first Pokemon. First route, here we go. And it's a Seeking. Naturally, I catch it. Wait for the third wiggle. And call it Lips. Lips the Seeking. She's going to be on our team, she's fantastic, and on top of that, she even had a Master Ball. She's going to do great things for this team. Not only will she be an extra power, see, Master Ball, but I reckon she'll make it to the champion. Just took the Master Ball off just for safekeeping, and 2 seconds later, Lips died. So our first Pokemon is kind of null and void. I wasn't going to let that get away, so threw the Master Ball from Lips. Welcome to the team, Junkie. The Conkeldurr. So after that loss already, decided, you know what, we've got to sort out the PC. We don't have a dead box. These Pokemon have unfortunately expired from life. So, that's the box they're going to live in. So now we've got Travola, the Zekrom, Junkie, the Conkeldurr. Surely, this will mean great things for this team. With the team healed up, I decided, well, let's go to the next round. We can get another capture. Another capture makes his team stronger. Now we're on Route 102. See some Wingull fly by, and we try and find our next Pokemon for the team. What do we get? Hopefully something strong. We get a Azumarill. Not terrible. Through the ball. Do we catch it? 3 wiggles? There you go. I'd like to introduce you to Sugar Hop, the Azumarill. Without a doubt will be an asset to this team for the whole game. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it lasts longer than Lips anyway. Straight after catching Sugar Hop, walked into God Donna. I thought that was quite funny. God Donna has a Steelix. Quite a powerful Pokemon for this early in the game, in all fairness, very defensive. But nothing Travola can't handle. The Steelix she's behind. Travola has an ace, a trump card if you will. Dragon Rage, which always does 40 HP of damage. Not that good, all things considered, but an early game. This will make it breeze through that. Possibly cheating? So, after defeating him, we decide, let's go. Continue on this round, defeat some more trainers, level up some more. So, after defeating God, we walk into another bug catcher. And what does he have in his team? Let's have a look. He starts off with a Seeking. This game's not going to let me forget Lips, is it? With that, defeated pretty quickly with a Thunderfang. Makes some easy XP. Now on to his second Pokemon, the Beldum. Quite a good Pokemon, just unusual to see in this early of game. Again, defeat with Dragon Rage, donezo. After that, I decide, you know what, I'll have a look at the second encounter I would have gotten in the grass. Would it be something great? Of course it would be something great. I've got crap luck. Instead of an Azumarill, I could have had a Zygarde. Would have been really, really good. But no, we've got Sugar Hub the Azumarill now. And, again, defeated for the easy XP. Allow everything to level up, and proceed more through the game. Anyway, we proceed on. Defeat some more people, get some more XP. Battle the Heracross. Quite possibly one of the coolest bug types you can find in the game. Again, Travola, without a doubt, was the most overpowered choice I could have chosen. Yes, but breezes through this part of the game without a doubt. The other Pokemon this person's got is a Magmar. I thought, you know what, Sugar Hop's gonna be great for this. Water type against fire, that's really where it's at. Forgetting, Azumarill has a Fairy type now, and the Magmar can possibly learn Poison type moves. And that's the move the first move uses. Nearly takes out Sugar Hop. I decide, yeah, not doing enough damage, we'll swap back out, thanks. And hopefully don't lose any more Pokemon on this game. After swapping back into the MVP Travola, he just very easily takes out the Magmar without too much thought. Doesn't take an awful lot for a legendary Pokemon just to annihilate any Pokemon, in all fairness. So, after the Magmar's been defeated, Travola levels up, and Sugar Hop levels up a bit, hopefully allowing her to keep up with the rest of the squad. But yes, we defeated this trainer, and now we'll proceed to the rest of the story. May catches up with us, asks how we're going, and we get stopped by some Beautifly. This game is definitely one of the better looking ones you can get on the 3DS. Just look at it. Beautiful. After May runs off, we go to the next town. There's a good chance there is a Pokemon Center there. So, what do? Run over, heal up, and then go and try and chat to Norman, who is apparently father. I don't really see the resemblance. Mind you, we are chibi. We don't see much. After the team is healed, we go and find him. As you can see, he's out the front of his gym. So we finished moving in because apparently he couldn't help, but the Machoke could. We walk in, start having a chat, and we get interrupted by our little green friend, Wally. He's a timid young lad, but all he wants is a Pokemon. So, dear old Dad lends him a Zigzagoon so he can go and catch one. He also gives him some Pokeballs, so he's happy to give away to random children, but isn't happy to help us move house. Father of the Year, everyone. So we proceed to help Wally catch Pokemon. By help, I mean we just stand there and watch as he catches a Rolls. Sends out Zigzagoon and does the whole catching tutorial. So, Wally throws his Pokeball, catches the Rolls. We take him back to the gym, he gives back the Zigzagoon, and we're off onto the next stage of our adventure. Hopefully that Rolls doesn't come and bite us in the ass later. So, as we're exploring, new round, new encounter. What do we get? Some more Gen 5 love, Simisage. Travola goes out. Travola is sent out, yes. But they decide, you know what, let's give it to someone else. Let's get some more XP. Time for Junkie to shine. Let's get him to catch our new teammate. So, Junkie gets licked. But what will Junkie do? Junkie turns around and pounds it. I think for 2 level 3s, they'd be pretty easy. Pretty fair. Forgetting that Leah lowers your defense a bit more than I'd like, and that Junkie doesn't have the most defense, it's a bit more of a powerhouse. He gets destroyed by Seed Bomb. So, Travola comes back out to finish the job. Throw the Pokeball. Wait for the third wiggle. There we go. We've got a Simisage now. But there's only one name you can give this stylish monkey. That's the Hawk. Have you seen the hair on him? Boy. Does he have a mohawk? After that, I proceed north to go through the forest, where I find another Pokemon I can catch. We send out Sugar Hop and decide, let's catch this guy. Reminds me of an alien, like from Area 51, more Gen 5 love as I said. Welcome to the team, Hoenn. I'm sure this one's going to be a great asset to the team. Unless something drastic and overpowered shows up and destroys it. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. So, after catching Hoenn and exploring a little bit more, we come across this scientist who's absolutely obsessed with Shroomish. We offer to save him, apparently, and we get into a battle with Team Aqua. Similar to Team Rocket, except for these guys just want to make the whole world underwater. But it's a bit more tough than I'd like them to be. Especially when there's Elf on the team. Best case scenario for me would be, let's bring out our power guy. Travola. He's the one who'll be able to destroy this thing without any worry. He's up, he's in prison. It has sealed his fate with Travola now. Just like that. Dragon Rage finishes it off. And with it being on legendary as well, good XP. After Sugar Hop decides it wants to learn all its moves, we get onto his second Pokemon, Would it be as fearless as the last one we just faced? Or will it be pitiful? Let's have a look. His second Pokemon's a Skitty. Not terrifying in the slightest. Going from a legendary to a cat. Some people enjoy that, some don't. But with a quick Thunder Fang, everything was sorted. We save the old guy, and we get a reward. Good thing is, this reward's actually quite useful. The XP share, making the whole team's levels just go up, without having to swap them in all the time. Let's hope this makes it a fair bit easier to play with. After helping the guy out, we leave the forest, get onto a bridge, and we meet these two. Clearly one is loved more than the other. It's a double battle. One's got a Mega Scizor, and the other has an Onix. You can tell who was the favourite child out of the two here. Clearly with the level difference, I thought Human and the Hawk may not be up to dealing with these two. So let's withdraw Human, but Pursuit gets him. And we're one down. The Hawk is able to at least do some decent damage, but Travola comes out and helps finish off these two. I'm gonna be honest, not really looking forward to finding random Mega Pokemon, especially when they can quite easily one-shot or do ridiculous damage to my Pokemon. But yes, we defeat these guys. But yes, after the Onix was defeated, we had to deal with Fernape as well. Best thought, let's keep the grass type away from the fire types and bring out a Sugar Hop. After that, Travola destroyed the Mega Scizor, and Sugar Hop leveled up a fair bit. So did Travola. And with the power of these two, they take out the Infernape relatively cruisily. Yes, it picks up a fight with its scratch and all that other good stuff. But still, these two, too much for the one Infernape. Sugar Hop decides it wants to learn Bubble Beam, which is better than Water Gun. And we make it on to the next town. In Rushboro City, we've got the Pokemon Center. We see May again. She's bound to tell us about how big the city is, and that there's a gym here. That's what we're aiming for. But just before we head back onto the route, find a patch of grass, and find our next team member, Clampel. Not the greatest offensive, but can do stuff with it, which is the main thing. But what do we name it? Succubus. The Clampel is what we're gonna go with. So, after adding Succubus to our team, we've now got 4 team members that are at least gonna put up a fight. Before we head to Rushboro City Gym now, I decided we need one more team member. There's one more area I can at least get a catch on, That's just to the right of the city. That route, I feel, is going to have a great team for us. So walk over there, check out the sign that has been painted over. We head to Route 116. After finding our first Pokemon, we sneak into this guy. And what do we find? A Goomy. I feel this guy gonna do well. I'm gonna wait for the 3 Wiggles. And captured. Now, what do we give such a brilliant little guy for a nickname? He's small, he's round, he's squishy. Because I'm unoriginal, we're calling him Squish. After heading back to the Prospero City gym, Pokemon Center, we heal up, walk into the gym, get a greeting from Roxanne, and make our way through the gym. For that, we get challenged. For the first gym, this is gonna be good. She starts off with a cast form. Just the standard form, cast form, and I start off with Travola because I had a feeling they were going to send out a Mega Steelix or something. So, dodged a bullet on this one. Travola used Thunderfang, destroyed the cast form relatively easily. And then this is where the fun part begins. She held back for that first Pokemon. Travola learned Instant Power, but Roxanne's next Pokemon, Staraptor. This could be an issue. If I didn't have a Dragon Electric type beast that can pretty much just tank anything it's going to throw at me. And with a quick Thunderfang, with my attack reduced, I was still able to defeat it. Everyone levels up a little bit. For the last Pokemon, Delcatty. We swap Travola out. And Sugar Hop's gonna take the rest of this. So Sugar Hop decides what we're gonna do. Get faked out. We lose a turn basically. But let's finish this off. After a double slap, get bubble beamed, which did a ridiculous amount of damage. With that, Sugar Hop has defeated a Delcatty, gaining some good levels as well. Don't really want to learn Helping Hand. Hawk's leveled up, Travola's leveled up, Succubus even leveled up. And Squish did. It's going to be a well-rounded team eventually. With that, Roxanne's been defeated. And I get my first gym badge. Look at it shine. With that though, I think we'll put a hold on that until the next time. We get TM, we get some money, and now we just gotta wait until I record the next session of my Alpha Sapphire randomized Nuzlock. Thank you.